All right, what's up, man? Today we talking about that dunking coil. We're gonna do this segment called Coil Spotlight. Let me bring the mic up so I ain't gotta talk down. But yeah, we're gonna do this segment called Coil Spotlight. So we talking about the dunking coil. You see that's the scientific name for it. So yeah, whole lot of letters, you feel me? But I actually have one of these, and it's 40 gallon right here. For the most part, it's been a fast growing coil. I um I got it probably about shit. I say probably about 6 months ago, and I got it as one head, and as you see, it could grow multiple heads. Um, I got it like I said, I got it as one head, and it didn't grew three. So it and that's in the past 6 months. So it grows pretty fast. It actually it's actually a LPS, a large polyp stony coil, and you want to place this like in the middle of your tank, probably like lower part, with low to moderate water flow. You don't really want a lot of flow on it, to make it get stringy. You really won't like it. So you won't be able to catch its food. So you really want to, have it in low flow. And I know in my tank, once I feed them, I really like the target feed. So once I do the target feed, I have a turkey baster. I get the reef roids or the mysis shrimp, and sometimes I mix them together. Give them a little reef concoction. They like that. A lot of nutrients. Of course, it's kind of heavy for your water, but when you got good, I'm finna say gooder. When you got good filtration, then you can combat some of those, nutrient problems. Sometimes it's inevitable that it's gonna happen, but you're gonna get some nutrients in your tank. But yeah, I get the turkey baster, mix up the food, in a separate bowl with the salt water. You don't want to. I ain't gonna say you don't want to, cause the rules are meant to be broken. But I use the salt water from my tank. Then I put the food off in there, and the reef roids or the mysis shrimp. Stir it up, boom. Put it in the turkey baster, and I target feed the dunking coil. Once it does that, once you do that, then the polyps just grab the food and it blows up like a balloon. It's an incredible sight. So you'll really enjoy feeding your dunking coil just to see it balloon up once it feeds. Let me make sure this video is actually rolling. All right, cool. It's actually rolling. But yeah, you'll really enjoy feeding your dunking coil. So, like I was saying, you want to put these in, the middle part or lower part of your tank. I got mine actually in some rock work. kind of on the sandbed in the middle of the tank, and it's doing awesome. Um, I don't believe that it have any stinging capability, so you want to keep it away from anything that could sting. And let's see, look like you have different types of Duncan coil. I know you got different colors. The coil game is crazy. It's different variants for for the same species. So as far as lighting, you say they require medium light, medium flow. We talked about that. So as far as lighting, um, I don't. I haven't really seen that they too picky about the lighting. I haven't really had them under a strong lighting either. But the lighting that I have provided for them have been optimal. Like they've been growing. They've been growing well under it. And they say they recommend placing them on the low laying rocks and on the middle shelf of the rockwork. So they have tentacles and they do not extend out far their base. So, wherever that base is at, that's how far their tentacles is gonna extend out. And they're pretty peaceful. Like I said, they do not sting. So, the Duncan coil, it's a pretty cool coil. If you want to have some movement in the water, you want to you want to have movement in the water, and you want to just have a coil that you could really interact with for as feeding wise. That'll be a good coil to grab. Yeah, that'll be a good coil. It's a pretty hardy. It's a hardy. It's a pretty hardy coil too. Yeah, it is. Say how hardy is it? I said does fine towards the bottom of the aquarium. Lower light, but still well lit areas with moderate flow. There are fleshy coils that will dough best with room to spread out. That's why you gotta proofread stuff before you put it out. And then, when you are doing research on the internet about a coil when you first get it, you can't always believe the first thing you see. You gotta keep researching and go to different sites. You know, don't always get your information from just one site, or don't believe the first thing you see, because people not always correct. You know. And then another thing, when you get when you buy coils from the store, your local store, then even if it's a known breeder, you gotta dip them. Cause I didn't got coils before, and I didn't dip them in. Man, I didn't seen some crazy stuff come off of them. Nudibranchs, serpent stars, which is not harmful. They're pretty good. Um, copepods, you know, some of those could be good too for you. They eat the dinos. Um, but you have to dip them, just like you gotta quarantine your fish. You gotta dip your coil. You gotta quarantine your coil, because it be a lot of stuff that be in between them that you can't see with your eye, or when you get it, it be closed up and you can't see, and it be stuff hiding up under the flesh, be right up under it. As soon as you put it off in your tank, then boom, they come out, breed, get on everything else. Now you got a problem. So to prevent the problem, sure, you just go ahead and dip your coil, man. It's best to do that. So up next, we could talk about the let's see. Let's talk about the Hollywood Stunner. So at one point, I thought my Hollywood Stunner was shedding. The Hollywood Stunner is a chalice. That's the category that the Hollywood Stunner is in. It's called a chalice, Hollywood Stunner chalice. I have one of those also. Their coil is a fast growing coil. Also, it, it's an encrusting coil. So I have put some rocks up under it. It's already growing over the rocks, and it have started encrusting into the rocks. Now with this coil, you got to be careful. It has long sweeper tentacles that come out at night. I'm talking about long, and as the bigger the coil get, then the longer the tentacle's gonna get. And man, let me tell you, when all the lights go out and you come to the tank and you see those, you like, man, what's going on? Well, I think it's just like it's feeding. It's feeding, and it's also like alerting other coils around it, like say, don't get close to me. I bite. You feel me? But I really like this coil too, though. It stands out from the rest in the tank. From the research I did, it's been around for a while. It's been around in the hobby for a long time. So it's pretty hardy also. And the good thing about this coil then, oh man, where the music at, bruh? We over here talking with no music, man. Let me cut some music on, man. Yeah, let me cut some music on. Dang, that's what it was going on, Kind of quiet, bro. But yeah, so the Hollywood Stunner, man, it's been in the game for a while. Um, like I say, from what I've been researching, so it does pretty well. It's pretty tolerant. I took it from the 15 and put it off in the 40, and uh, like everything, it had to get accustomed to the new waters, but once it did, it was back to the way I had got it. And like I say, everything did happen pretty quick. I can't say that because once I got it, it was in the 15, and then I ended up getting the other tank, the 40-gallon, unexpectedly. Caught a little deal, got a little deal on it, but I ended up getting that. Yeah, so shoot, I dropped it. I had to fill the 40 up right then. I couldn't wait, man. I was excited. So I filled up the 40, bought some new sand, bought some new salt, mixed it up. So shoot, I had it running. I ain't even gonna lie. Maybe a week or so before I dropped them off, before I put them off in in the 40. So like I said, everything got acclimated, and they've been doing good ever since. So I just been moving it around. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I changed the rock work around. At first, it was in the back corner, in on the right side. Then I moved it to the left corner. Then I moved the rock work back and brought it to the front. Cause like I had everything that's in the front, I had it in the back. But I kind of didn't like that because I had to like look over the rocks to see the coils. So I brought them to the front and moved the big rockscape to the back. So I moved the Hollywood Stunner up to the front. So it's still good when. And sometimes I be thinking like, man, what it's doing is it's shedding, it's growing. I remember I broke a piece off when I first got it. I didn't really know how that was gonna go, but sure did. It grew back, kept growing, and that's all it do. It grows. Whatever you put it over, you put it on. Shoot, I glued it to a rock, and it just grow over. Like I say, whatever substrate is under it. Um, so far, man, I just really been trying to keep stuff away from it so it won't sting anything, because I know that it won't be good. But as far as I know, it's also LPS too. But I was gonna say, as far as I know, this coil it likes medium. I say you gotta have like low to medium flow, probably medium flow, because it don't really move per se like a Duncan. So you gotta get some flow on it, so no debris or stuff build up on it like sand, blow over it, won't build up. And that it's a pretty cool coil, man. But like I said, it's a LPS also. I don't really know if they come in. I think the Hollywood Stunner is just Hollywood Stunner. It don't come in another color, as far as I know. But it is pretty aggressive. It's very aggressive to neighboring coils that encroach into their space while it's feeding. So this is known to be a very, very aggressive coil. But if you're looking for a fast growing coil, this the one. This will be one for you. It grows pretty fast. And it's easy to propagate. So like if you have a big piece, or you want to break it off and give some to your people, boom, it's one of those coils where it's forgiving. You could break some off and start a whole nother colony easy, because all of those green dots are those are mouths. Those are like where the tentacles come from. So each time it grows on the outer rim, and that the piece just keeps getting bigger. And I think it even like overlaps each other, like on this one right here. Let me see, can you see that? Yeah, it like overlaps each other, turns to like just one big plate. So it gets big, It gets big. But that's a nice coil to get. So let's see. Oh yeah, dude, like I'm gonna get crazy. It's like all lime green. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get crazy. Oh sure, yeah. Lava mode. So these are chalices. They come in some crazy colors. Crazy colors. So yeah, these are like super green. You see, you'll think something wrong with it on the outer edge once you sees how it grows, because it'll turn like white kind of on the outer edges, but that's just its growth. And every time it grows more flesh, then it grows more mouse. So like that's pretty cool. Hey yo, what's up, Fishlando? Talking about these coils, man. But yeah, the chalice coil, man, it's cool, pretty cool, just aggressive. So like if you got a smaller like tank though, nano tank, and it's anything like over hand size, then probably wouldn't be a good fit, because the sweeper tentacles could potentially, cross waves with another coil and kill them. Like definitely. So the next coil I'm gonna talk about, we could talk about let's talk about the Zoas. That's got some Eagle. I should say Eagle Aqua. Well, that's an Eagle Zoa. So these are zoanthids. I like these a lot, especially the colorway. What it look like in the antic. In the daylight. And with this coil, you really the lighting, far as like from my experience, they really react to the lighting. So like once you have them in a good lighting source, then they definitely a pop. They'll come out like the tentacles on them. You see, that's the mouth. But like the tentacles, they open up. They open up more when you got some good lighting on them. You could put them really almost anywhere. You can put them almost anywhere. From my experience, but they really love the light. Once the lights go out, they close up. But as soon as them lights come on, they open it up. They let you know when they're not happy. And I also feed these guys reef roids. And like even I didn't even touch on the feeding of the Hollywood Stunner. So it's crazy. On the Hollywood Stunner, I target feed that also. And so like what I really like to do to get like a feeding response from the coil, I kind of chum the water. I put a little bit in there, and then that'll like open their mouth up, That mean they ready to receive the food. They let me know like, okay, I'm hungry. So boom, On the Hollywood, every coil too, they feed different. So like on the Hollywood Stunner, once you put the food on there, you really have to like either lower your flow down, or I really cut my wave makers and stuff off, because if you target feed like encrusting coil or something like that, then you really, if it's too much flow, then you won't give them enough time to eat. You won't have enough time to grab the food in their mouth. So what I noticed about the Hollywood Stunner, when I target feed it and the flow is off, then it'll gradually pull the food in its mouth. Like it'll create some type of slime coat, and the food will just be gradually going towards his mouth. So like that's another cool thing about the coil. As you watching it feed, you like, it's cool, like fish, they feed, they boom, boom, they chomp it up real quick. But a coil, it kind of like take time. And as they react, and then they mouth is not even their mouth, their body is pulling the food to it somehow. So like that's another cool thing. So that's what I'm, really working on too, getting some better lenses, so I could really get in depth with the coil, so you can see them. That's gonna be real dope. So stay tuned to that. So yeah, when you feed them, when you feed the zoas, they close up. So that's their natural response. When you feed them, they close up. When you feed the Duncan, it closes up. So you may feel like you did something wrong or something, but that's just their natural feeding response. They close up, then boom, once they digest it, they open back up. Everything's smooth. So they might close up a little bit when you feed them, but I don't think you did nothing wrong. That's what they that's how they feed. But as you see here, you can feed them several things: phytoplankton, zooplankton, mysis, shrimp, krill, silverside. I even see they got some coral pellets, so you could feed them those. Propagating the zoas. I don't believe they really like propagating the zoas, because they have some type of poly. Let's see what it is. Some type of poison. I don't know. Let me see if the zoas got it. But what is it? Some type of polytoxin. It's a polytoxin. Say it is a PTX, PLTX is an intense vasoconstrictor and is considered to be one of the most poisonous non-protein substance known, second only to mycotoxin in terms of toxicity in mouse. So yeah, they got some stuff in them that could mess you up, basically. Yeah, those are these big. They look like Zoas. They polythoa. They like a Zoa kinfolk. It's their cousin. So they let out some of that. I'm pretty sure your tank over with. So it's cool. It ain't cool for them to have like a coil warfare. You don't ever want that to happen in your tank because they get to letting out all of those chemicals and it's over with. So good thing Zoas don't have that. I don't believe Zoas are toxic. So it says Zoas contain it also. They could have a significant amount of polytoxin. So I believe that's the reason why they don't try to propagate them. Because you don't want that stuff leaking up. But I'm pretty sure people do it. Say polytoxin is highly toxic, so you don't handle them with open wounds or rub your eyes in between handling them. So that's the thing about Zoas. They toxic, man. So do your research on these coil before you go get them. Make sure you're not picking up anything. Hey, what up, bro? CS House of Fishing, man. Fish keeping, you feel me? On here talking about these coils, bro. I'm telling you. That's why we gotta do your research when you go get any type of coil, because you never know the characteristics of it. Like some may sting others, some feed different, some different temps. So you just gotta do your due diligence, man. You gotta do your due diligence. I gotta put it where I can see my comments in my other screen that I'm looking at, so I know when people drop through. You feel me? But like I say, man, I'm gonna get it all together. I'm just, working out the kinks, seeing how it go. Just on her getting, used to it, man. I'm true to it, not new to it. You feel me? But the only way to get better is to practice. But so today, quick recap. So we talked about the Duncan coil. We talked about the Hollywood stunner. then we talked about the ego azole. Well, not just the ego azole. We talked about the zoles, period, and how they are toxic. So just remember when you get the core, every time that's not only the core, that's any of this water really. When you're handling your water, your pets, your fish, anything, you gotta wash your hands after you get done with it, man. Let me take this down real quick. You gotta wash your hands, bro, because it's a lot of stuff we could get from this water, different diseases, infections you can get from the water, especially if you got open wounds or something. So gotta make sure you wash your hands right after you're done handling this stuff. Can't rub your eyes, can't be, have your fingernail biting on your nails, all of that. You bound to catch something, like you get Vibrio or some flesh eating disease. You could especially get that from salt water. So you gotta be careful. You feel me? Can't just be out here messing with your tanks, then going to eat and all of that, man. Gotta make sure you stand up on your hand washes. You feel me? But yeah, sure, it's been a good one. Got to talk about some good some coil, man. Put y'all on game on, some coil. I'm gonna save some for another time. We did 3 today. Hop back on, give y'all another 3. We're gonna keep it rolling, you feel me? It's about 7:40 over here where I'm at. Lights finna get ready to go off on the tank. And oh yeah, I just got me a new addition over here. Got the Himalayan salt rock. It's supposed to be it says natural, good for the air. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have good air quality over here. Also picked up a pythos plant and a pear plant. So I'm gonna be looking forward to putting those in the water in my fresh water tank, and see where it goes. They grow out, propagate, and so we have a whole lot of pythos. Now one day I'm gonna go and so one day next time I'm gonna go in depth on the Aqua 40 top, on the back of it. It's an all-in-one, so I'll be able to show you guys the different chambers and how the mechanics work in the back. I know you guys will enjoy that. But that's it. That's it for this one, man. We're gonna wrap it up. It was a nice one, Like I said, be great, be you. Keep reefing. You feel me? We out.